I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is February 13th, Tuesday, 2024. So we had this beautiful day today, but I did drop the ball in one area. So we had CPI pop down the price. All right, so we came down from yesterday. That was that high of the week. Popped down yesterday, a little too easy, by the way, but came down. We just retraced a little bit for the Asian session and sold down, and CPI pushed it down. Came for originally came for this low here, which is the 3-day low in the past, and then we bought up obviously here. And let me do it this way. So right here, we come down, we take out this Wednesday of February 7th low. We stay above, and this is basically just building liquidity, like how we were doing here yesterday. Not yesterday. Yesterday. When we were building liquidity yesterday, and then we came back down to take it. This is the same logic. Came down right here, does not take out this pool. This pool is obviously a big target. But when we come down, we have massive imbalance day, and also for buyer's remorse, anyone who was buying here, this gives them the opportunity to get out. Now, very simple logic and beautiful movement, and then made a new lower low and attacked that pool right there. You see that? So they conveniently wipe that pool right there and then bounce back up. So with that understanding, watch how this happens for me. Crazy. But we have the opening range here starting from yesterday's opening range here, and then at 9:30 is where we open up here. So we got a nice chunk here. Generally, I aim for the 50% of it at the least is when it really gets filled. But then we have this price imbalance. Now here to try to make this video short, but you'll see here that, let me go to the entry. So watch this. So as the entry is coming down, we are making drives down. You see that? If you're trying to catch all this, you're tripping. You're going to be losing your money. You're going to be going crazy. And that's not the way to approach it. It needs to take out some liquidity. So yeah, it's coming down and taking liquidity, but that low is very obvious, and that low. So these are the two lows that you're looking for in the day generally, in a bearish scenario. But we do wipe down liquidity right here. Okay, so that's fine. We take out the low there. All right. Me personally, I do take this. Right. It's a little bit urgent. I was hoping that it would run away, and by the time 9:30 was available, we would be up here. Why? Because I'm trying to take this up to here. I've already got, now with this break here, this green target is not my minimum target. I haven't dragged down the opening range yet because it's 9:30 and I don't have the chance to move and maneuver with screenshots and entries and I can't do that. So it's not pulled down yet, but I understand I'm going to. My real goal is to get into here, right? That's really the number one goal. So pushing down from that top, we got a standard deviation of 3.5 as well. So with that confluence, is also the reason why I take it, because it's very close to it. Take the loss here. Only reason why I take the loss is because, and it's a very small loss. I'm talking about my stop loss is like very tight. But this 9:30 pushes down, which is, hey, I got to take my shot just in case. But 9:30 pushes it down, and I'm looking for that at this point because 9:30 is literally right here. So the moral of the story of this is you should just wait till 9:30. But I didn't want it to run away with me, and I know what I'm looking for. So anyways, 9:30 pushes it down. So it pushes it down and snaps right back up. Look at this wick. And then the body's close. You got to pay attention to the bodies. So at this point, when we do this push down, we have now hit this 3.5 extension nicely. And this wick is telling the story. They basically told on themselves. So when the next candle comes, this 9:31, this pushes down. And I also have a 30-second chart axis, and I'm watching that. This pushes down. My goal is to obviously get to 50% or below. So if I divide this level into, quadrant 4, 50%'s here, and then half of that would be here. All right, so what did we do? We pushed down into the lower half quadrant of this 930 wick. When it breaks, obviously below the 50, and then I get into damn near half of this lower quadrant of half, I'm pushing the button. Because on the 30-second, which I'll show you, again, these bodies, the wick and the body, they told on themselves, and then we're tracing up. So as you can see here, this is a 1 minute, yep. So pushes down, entry. My stop loss gets put. Once it closes back here, up here, my stop loss is below this low. So at first it's this low, but then it's this low right away. Because if it's going below this low, we have a major problem. I mean, and actually you can put it at 50%, but that's not smart because the algorithm will reference that. But what am I looking for? Higher lows, constant higher lows. So all this mix in between, I'll explain it. So what do we do? So we got that push. We got that push down again. Come up. We have this candle 933 pops down. Where does it go? 50% of that wick. Another higher low. This is what I want to see. Pops up. Now we got a shift right here. Okay. So we come back down and we tap that 930 candle. All right. Perfect. Same level, right? Perfect. Comes down, bounces up. Now I want to see this inversion imbalance right here. We want to drag it out. We want to see that whole price. So price comes up, comes back down, squeezes out. Real tough, I know, but I'm already in. So anyways, price then, so this is shift 1 and then shift 2. So pushes up right here. And we'll talk about this gap in a moment. Pushes up here, retraces back into the imbalance, doesn't break the low of that candle. And if it breaks below that, then this trade ain't panning out. This thing's probably going to go for another drive down. But it holds, and the bodies of here, bodies sitting here in this imbalance. But really, this was just to show the idea. And then also these 4 down candles, dragged it out. Price is getting held there on a higher time frame. And then on the 1 hour, you can see that this 1 hour that started, this 930, this pushed down 50% of the previous 8-hour candle, right? So, I'm sorry, 10-hour. I'm sorry. This is the 10-hour candle, 1 hour, and it pushes back into the 930. Not 930. What am I talking about? Let me go to a fucking... That's what I'm trying to say. This is the 9 o'clock candle, and that 10 o'clock candle hour dips down into 50% of its wick of the 9 o'clock candle. All right. So that being said, so you have that going on. So you got support here, and then never breaks here, and then second shift never breaks the lows here. Squeezes real tough though, but I'm glad we traded NAS because S&P and Dow are on some bullshit. So, sure enough, what happens? Starts pushing. All right, we get to above that gap. Right? You see how we pause for a second, push up. Now, my goal is I got the opening range extended out. My goal is this. Watch how tricky this is. So I've got the 50% of that range. All right, and then I got 3.5. Standard deviation from measuring from here to here. Okay. And so 3.5 with the 50%. And okay, so I got this here, but I'm not holding for this. I take the profit. I make a good decision because why? This can be a dangling carrot, right? Because we just talked about buyers and sellers remorse, right? So with that, and it, by the way, didn't hit it. See that? If I drag it all the way out, doesn't hit it. So they gave them an opportunity to get out. Whoever was buying from here and it came underneath them, it gives them an opportunity to get out. It's very basic balancing of price and market price action, right? So with that logic here, I don't want to be one of those people, which I've done in the past plenty of times. I don't want to be one of those people that I'm sitting here waiting for this to get hit and I don't fucking get filled, or it never reaches. And then what happens is it retraces and I'm, oh, okay, I'm going to wait. It's going to come there. It's going to come there. Trying to be right. I've done that many times in the past. And this moment was like, yo, remember? Who gives a fuck? Take this profit. Look at this beautiful trade. Big move. Big trade for me, right? So what I do, I take it out. Beautiful. Okay. Look what happens. So in a perfect world over here on the 15-minute, I would love to hit that level, obviously. And we got data highs here, all right, because that's the 830 push down. And then we have that high that's significant. But here is what is really going on at this moment. And we never end up hitting it, by the way. Let me go to this. Watch this. So, super game. What's happening here when the price shoots up here, and this is where I take it out. Oh, before I get there, I want to tell you another reason why I screenshot it here. And I want to look at the time. This is the screenshot. Look at the time. It's 10:39 and 49 seconds. So for me to get better screenshots and for me to take out my trade better, generally the last 15 seconds of the minute candle will be strong and it'll get you the high of it. It won't, not too much of the wick. So what I do is screenshot it 11 seconds before. And then that gives me enough time after that to hit the close button. And I don't want this thing opening up and fucking dipping on me and all that shit, right? So this is how I came to a conclusion of solving this problem. But it's a very good tip, by the way. Anyways, that being said, watch this. So when the price, so this is at 10:39. Let me go to 1 minute. Look at this shit. Close it right there, 10:39. Boom, right? So what does it do? So this pops down, this next candle, 1040, right? And then what happens? It pops up, 2 more candles, 3 more candles, right? Comes up to here, 1043, 1044. Look how it never fucking hits it. Now, the old me would be waiting for this shit. Meaning, literally, even when it retraced down here, I'd be waiting for that shit to hit this level. Because my ego is so trying to be right that I don't have no flexibility. So it's take it, look what happens. Never hits it. And guess what? Retraced. And guess what? Fucking came down. Now here is where I dropped the ball. Watch this. So look, that dangling carrot, glad I didn't care about it. I'm glad I used this as my target. Beautiful. Anyways, that being said, look what happens here. When we're popping up here, which is up here, we're actually tapping. So fuck this line. I'm going to delete it. I was off. So it wasn't this line that I was really caring about. Yes, this area was also important more too. I wanted to just hit one of them, but at the same time, I decided to take it early. The point is that it was this low. Look at this candle right here. This is what I was not paying attention to for some fucking reason. But at the same time, it's all good, right? This level right here, this is on the 1 hour chart. This is the February 7 Wednesday afternoon, 12 o'clock afternoon Eastern time, New York, right? That level right there is the level of where it should reverse from. Because, it's probably a little too much information to get into, but it's that break, that buyer's remorse. It's that buyer's remorse situation, but the buyer's remorse situation happened here, really not here. Even though it bounced from here, this is where it originally bought from. Plus, the algorithm and the elite are offsetting their distribution back up into here, and basically this was the level to look for. So it's already hitting it at that 1039. So yes, getting out was still an amazing trade, but this is where I fuck up. And to be honest, it's not really a fuck up. It's really what happened is I didn't want to be trading anymore. After a $14,000 trade, this almost 200 point move, my goal is like, yo, mission accomplished. That was the setup I wanted to get, but the real setup was taking this as a sell. I don't take the sell. So, but the thing is it's 1047 at this point, right? Or whatever. I'm getting into there and absorbing the win. Like, all right, man, good job, dude. Sitting back like, wow, dude, you just really hit this beautiful trade. I'm not surprised or anything, but it's just, you need to take a second and just, but this was the reversal. I already have a bias of lower low and lower high. I told you guys that shit yesterday. So I kind of I dropped this ball. But the thing is I didn't want to be stuck in this shit coming up here. I just didn't want to play with it. So I left it alone. But at this point, I don't realize that that's what I was looking for. Right? I got married to this little price action up here. And not specifically this, but the other high. So anyways, it is what it is, right? So, and watch this. Beautiful. I mean, dude, they couldn't have made it any easier this day. I mean, look how they came up. They came up 3 drives, breaks down, comes right back into this candle, breaks again, comes back into these candles. These 2 up candles, 1046 and 1043 1-minute candles are holding price. Comes down. Look what it does. Look what it does. Look what it does. Oh my God. Fucking pops up and smacks the 50 level on the opening range. Fucking man, bro. That right there is another entry. Yeah, it pops up and it takes that high, but that's common. But at the same time, it's, hey, you don't know if it's going to blast up or not, right? So this is the reason why I'm not involved. But this was my motto. I was supposed to take this trade. I didn't want to take the trade because I got some, I'm doing some back testing on some historical data, and I'm spending all my afternoon and evenings doing this every day. So I got some new shit that's coming, but just some new understanding. But anyways, that being the case, I have it takes a lot of time to do it. So I didn't want to be involved, just to be simple. But yo, beautiful. Breaks here, comes back up, classic support resistance. Look at the control and price right here, this little candle, this 1154. Once this pops down and pops up, it never breaks above that, literally, and controls price. See how it comes back? See how it comes back up here? Comes down, doesn't hit there, comes down, comes all the way back here, doesn't break that. See that? Call it control and price. So anyways, and obviously, in layman's terms, I'm making a lower high. I was supposed to take this. I was taking this shit, saying it yesterday, and I want to make a new lower low. And obviously, what's below this low? We just talked about it. We have that. We were just saying that they engineered this low up. So then when we come down for a lower high, we not only do they take out that pool, but they added this bonus with it. I mean, man, it is what it is. I missed this beautiful dude. This would have been, if I had took this trade, this would have probably been, my top 5 best days in my career. Guaranteed, maybe even top 3, but whatever. But that would have been it, man. And I didn't take it. So, I got to sit back and not get upset at myself, but at the same time, I'm still proud of myself, very proud of myself. But to be honest with you, the whole point of this day was this trade. Wasn't this? It was this. Obviously, I'm not fucking with no CPI, right? I mean, I can, but dude, there's no way. I'm not messing with that. But so and as you see, you don't need to, right? You logical level, take that trade, dude. You're balling, right? I mean, it is what it is. So back to the to that gap right here. When we're up here, we also understand. So Asia popped up barely and came down, and you have that gap. So that's a minimum target as well. Yeah, you got these gaps here, but apparently they're not ready for it because of the fact that when they made this lower high to lower low, we came back up and we just closed. We literally just closed a minute ago. Look where it closed. I mean, this is not. If anyone doesn't think this isn't algorithmic and it's not rigged, I mean, you're tripping. Anyways, so that being the case, we came down for a lower low. We hit the -4 standard deviation plus taking out that pool of liquidity. We're in this big down candle right there. So they ended up pushing it high. So So the thing is another reason why I didn't want to get involved, because I didn't also think this would have all happened today, to be honest with you. I thought they would have kept the price here playing around, and then we would have saw that tomorrow. So tomorrow we don't have news, but Thursday we do. So I'm still bearish, but this is going to get interesting. Let me go to a 5-minute. This is going to get interesting because of the fact that we do have that space there, and it is that dangling carrot, and this. Well, we did close pretty high, to be honest, and the daily. So, what does the next candle do? Um, you know, Wednesday might be a retracement for a moment to get up here. The data highs of 8:30 is here. This is a little too smooth too, to be honest. This was a little too easy. So I don't know if they reach up there to set us up for coming back down. Like we have this high, this low, and then we kind of retrace back up. There's a lot that can happen in this scenario. In a perfect world, I'd just like to drop from here and just make a new lower low and then make a new lower high. Just simple structure down. But Thursday we have news and it can get kind of tricky. So we've done a lot down here. And on the top side, it looks like it's possible that we, maybe get up higher into these imbalances. I don't know if they're saving that for Thursday, though. That's the thing. So we just got to play it by ear. But this is a strong move. I mean, it's not like it's not. It's not like it's not like we came down and we closed here, and then we wake up and Asia London starts coming down even more. And then we start getting these lower low, lower high swings that, New York's sitting in the middle and you got to kind of like buy up and then retrace it back down. All right, just keeping it simple. Oh, it's 21 minutes. Fuck, man. But anyways, real quick, ES, as you see, they pretty much came down and wiped out last week's low. Is basically what I'm talking about. Everyone, the previous week's low was the target for all the assets. So they did that. Definitely accomplished what I was telling you. And nice bounce too. But I think this is the crack. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know, but I think this is the crack. So, and then Dow as well. Wiped all that liquidity out. Fuck, even more. And Dow does that. So pretty big move, man. But Jesus, look at this. They moved. How many points did they move? Damn, 800 points for Dow. That's what I love about Dow. But sorry, can't fuck with them. So that's where we're at here. And then also, dollar also blasted off. That was expected, us pushing us down. And I think I made a mistake yesterday. By the way, I didn't mean this to be here. I meant to put it here. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking. Sometimes I move fast and I can't think straight. But the divergence was on Dow. Anyways. I'm sure you knew that while I was talking, maybe. Anyways, and then we had this divergence here on NAS, the strength going up. And look at the price action here, just to show you here. Look at this, and look at NAS. I like that. Very clean. Man, fuck, this sell was so beautiful. I can't believe I didn't take it. Whatever. Anyways, and then we had a little divergence again. Nas lower highs here, and they were kind of creeping up here, but that's not really wasn't really that important. But and then you had a divergence here too. This right here, see this? Anyways, so yeah, you guys take care. God bless.